Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a small recap on a new chapter of One Piece, which is on chapter 830. Looks like this chapter is starting to start to give out more info, but at the same time some crazed up events. So if anything else, let's get started. Okay, at the beginning of the chapter, we have to it that Jinbei announces to his fisherman pirate crew that, or you could call it the Sun Pirates, that he would like to join Straw Hat Luffy, as he would like to aid him in his endeavors and wish to board his ship and give his life for him. Even so, Aladdin, which is known to be the second in command to Jinbei, I believe that's what I think. Says, we're not gonna turn on your decision. We'll follow you to the very end. Even Jinbei, on the other hand, was pretty shocked about this. They go like, as for ex-slaves of Marijos, you, on the other hand, finally thought of something selfish for yourself. I mean, you joined Big Mom as one of her subordinates to protect the Fishman Island. And right now, we finally get to know that you finally do something for yourself for a change, Even Aladdin says, you don't need to be concerned about being a burden. And they say it's okay, we follow your own desires for and be a bit selfish. And Jinbei was very grateful to that. And we have to it that, of course, we get to know that Aladdin is the second command to Jinbei, or vice captain, which is pretty cool. But I forgot not to mention, when I gotten to a certain page, we have to it that Charlotte's daughter is actually a fisherman, the 29th daughter of the Charlotte family, which is a hammerhead shark, half mermaid. So I'm guessing we get to know that it is not just the human race that is mixed with for her children, honestly. That is for certain. No denying that. That is the truth. Because this person is known to be hammerhead and half mermaid. So I'm pretty surprised about that, because I know Big Mom has a big family, not to mention a big appetite, but I didn't know she has composed of all these other kids and races all around, like a mixture, that kind of thing. And we have to it that she's pretty upset to see to it that they're gonna that Aladdin is gonna desert her, negotiate or something. But this woman who's apparently in love with Aladdin says, "Oh, I choose you over Mama any day and any night, So take me with you in the event that anything happens," and so forth. And we have to it that Watatsumi, who used to be an antagonist to the Straw Hats, now becomes an ally to Jinbei, which I believe he's going to be part of the Straw Hats later, because it seems like the Sun Pirates are going to follow Jinbei no matter what he does, And we have to it that the person, which I don't really remember, I don't know her name, but Charlotte Praline ends up saying that, there has to be another way. Not a lot of people tend to live the other day the next time around, And of course, we go back to the island where Moscato, which is known to be the son of the Charlotte family, is dead. So, in other cases, there's no way in hell that he's coming back alive after what Mama did. So, not only Mama is ruthless, she's unremorseful, or not even remorseful. So we have to it that Big Mom finally hears that Jinbei wants to cut ties with her. And therefore Jinbei was kind of scared a bit. Well, even though it doesn't show it, it seems like he's scared to his soul, that's for sure. But determined to say he wants to terminate or cut ties, We have to it that Mama says, "Well, it's kind of sad to see that you had to cut ties with me and my family, Your departure from a war could cause a huge void and cost a freaking powerful resource." And Jinbei says, "Well, sure," but Mama says, "Don't sure me, okay? Because this is just not the start. So in exchange, you're gonna have to lose something else, which is really, really scary because this roulette that she brought out equals either left hand or right arm, left hand, right hand, a head, and left leg or right leg. And there's these number of points right here. So this is pretty risky. I don't know how this roulette plays out, but wherever that thing that Jinbei hits and where it lands, I can guarantee you one way or another, Jinbei's bound to lose something. He's really bound to lose something. There's no denying that. It's pretty obvious. As for Luffy, Nami, and the others, they end up having to go to Whole Cake Island right now, especially when it's nighttime. Not to mention about trying not to wake up these ants because I don't know what these ants are capable of, but one thing for sure, they are very vicious. They pretty much are asleep. But for the time being, they seem to set up a fire, and we get to know more. We get to hear more of information from Pedro involving the poneglyph. He even tells them that after a journey through discovering poneglyphs and so forth, he actually fallen here once before. In other cases, he's been around this territory, and it brings back pretty awful memories here and there. And we have to it that Pedro ends up explaining that he mentioned something about the poneglyph road, which is something really important that's to Gold D. Rogers' crew. And even though it made it to Raftel, which is known to be the Pirate King. And we have to it that Pedro explains that I believe that Duke Inamushi and Nekomamushi has similarities between your crew and yours, So in other cases, Pedro believes that after what the Duke and the Nekomamushi looked at Luffy's crew, they believe they find similarities in between them, of the two of them. And we have to it that Pedro asked a pretty serious question. What are you going to do after you defeat Kaido? And therefore, things kind of gotten out of hand right there, Even so, Pedro says we gotta take advantage of this and take the poneglyph from Big Mom because it's one of the important things that to not only get you to the location of Raftel, but to also possibly help you out with Sanji. And something about buying some time here and there, but I don't know. One thing for sure is things are just not getting really good right now. For the time being. Well, it's just getting tense. That's what I'm just saying. Sorry. Anyways, on the last page, we have to it that they arrived on Whole Cake Island and they end up seeing someone standing on the coast, which I don't know who that coast will be, but one thing for sure, if it's Jinbei, I won't be surprised, but hopefully he's okay. But depending on what he threw on the roulette, he might have lost something. Now, this is just a hypothesis or just a made-up theory because Luffy says he saw someone on the coast. Who is that person? I don't know. We're going to have to find out next week. So, yeah. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So, I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter as much as I did. So, in other cases, I could just tell you in simple bullet points if you guys really don't understand the details. It's just like Jinbei telling his crew before telling Big Mom that he's quitting and then joining the Straw Hats. And Big Mom, on the other hand, knowing that Jinbei's gonna leave, he has to lose something, which is that big roulette there. And then this important talk about Pedro and the poneglyph, which Pedro plans on stealing. So I don't know how this is gonna head out, but one thing for sure, Luffy's not scared one dang bit. It's pretty obvious on his face right now. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. Sorry for repeating myself with that same old thing. And until then, peace out. Bye-bye. Doo-doo-doo.